Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boys Commentary, and in this video I'm going to wrap up all the action around the CONCACAF region in the different groups, the different results, and where do each team stand at the moment after 4 games in the 2018 CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, as there's 2 matches to go for every team of the 12 teams in the final, in the semi-final round of the qualifiers. So looking at Group A action, Mexico once again is the first team to advance to the final round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. They have advanced to the hexagonal round after securing 12 points after their 4 games. They have had a purple patch of form and they have 4 wins to their name. They have scored 10 goals and have conceded none. No goals, so they've kept 4 clean sheets in their 4 games that they've played so far in the qualifiers. Mexico beat Canada 2-0 last night at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico, with goals coming from Guardado and Corona for the Mexicans. In the other match in that group, Honduras, they beat El Salvador 2-0 as well, and the goals in that match came from Garcia and Quioto. So Honduras getting their first win of the group stages of this set of qualifiers. So Mexico at the top with 12 points, Honduras in second place with 4 points with a -1 goal difference, Canada in third also with 4 points with a -4 goal difference, so that is why they're underneath Honduras. And at the foot of the table is El Salvador with 2 points with a -5 goal difference. So as it stands, it could be Honduras, it could be Canada, it could even be El Salvador to join Mexico in the final round. There's still a lot of action to come within this group. On September 2nd, El Salvador will play against Mexico, so Mexico will be travelling to El Salvador, and Canada will be travelling to play against Honduras in Honduras. And on September 6th, which is the last set of matches, Honduras will travel to Mexico, while Canada will host El Salvador. So still some more mouth-watering fixtures to look forward to in this group, and it could be any one of those 3 teams to join Mexico in the final round. Group B action, as we wrapped up last night as well in the review that I did, Costa Rica have 10 points, Panama have 7 points, Jamaica 4 and Haiti 1. Jamaica can't afford to lose to Panama in Panama on September 2nd, or else their hopes of qualifying for the 2018 World Cup would be over. September 2nd, Haiti will also be playing Costa Rica in that encounter. They'll be hosting Costa Rica in that match, and of course Jamaica will be travelling to Panama. And on the final game on September 6th, Costa Rica will be hosting Panama, while Jamaica will be playing against Haiti at the office in Kingston, Jamaica. Group C action, Trinidad and Tobago, the Soca Warriors, are at the top of the table with 10 points. The United States, they are second with 7 points. Guatemala, who are in third place, they have 6 points. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they have 0 points, and they have been eliminated from the World Cup qualifiers. They'll still play their remaining 2 matches, but they are eliminated and have no chance of advancing to the final round. So you could say that only 11 teams from CONCACAF has an opportunity to advance to the World Cup. Now there's 3.5 spots up for grabs and only 11 teams left to fight for it. So getting down to the wire, we started off with 35 teams in CONCACAF, now we're down to 11, and by September we're going to be down to 6 teams. It'll be interesting to see who those 6 teams are. So in last night's encounter, we saw the United States beating Guatemala 4-0 in Columbus, and the goals in that encounter came through Dempsey, Cameron, Graham Zusi and Josie Aldator. Josie Aldator is of Caribbean heritage as well, as he has some Haitian roots in him. He's been around for quite some time. Since the 2010 World Cup qualifiers, he's truly stamped his authority. We saw him in a few spells in the Eredivisie in Holland. We've also seen him play in La Liga, and a few unsuccessful stints in England as well, with the likes of Hull City and Sunderland, where it just didn't click for him, and he didn't score many goals at all. I believe it was 1 goal per club that he scored in the league. So let's see how he's progressing further in the MLS and see if that can make him a more potent striker moving forward. And earlier in that day, Trinidad and Tobago beat St. Vincent and the Grenadines 6-0 and that was at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain, Trinidad. And the goals in that match came through Jones, not only Kenwyn Jones but Jovin Jones. We saw Kevin Molino getting on the score sheet, he's coming back from injury. We saw Cesar getting on target as well, and Butto also getting a goal in that match. So in September, St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be hosting the United States in the Arnoldsville Stadium in Kingstown, and Trinidad and Tobago will be hosting Guatemala, and that match could decide that second place in the group, so a lot to take place. And to round out this group, we have the United States hosting Trinidad and Tobago, and Guatemala hosting St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Estadio Mateo Flores in Guatemala City. So a lot of action still to take place in this group. Anything can happen. Fans, do you think a Caribbean team will advance to the final round of World Cup qualifiers? Will it be Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, similarly to what we saw in the 2002 World Cup qualifiers? Does Canada have a chance to get to the final round? They haven't been there since the 1998 World Cup qualifiers. They haven't been to the final round since then. How about El Salvador? They're in the same boat as well. They haven't been there since 1998. Can Panama qualify for the FIFA World Cup? They've never done so. A lot of questions to be asked in this region, and there's a lot more football to be played. And as I said in a previous video early last night, with the Copa America Centenary in June, it'll be interesting to see how teams switch their focus. You have Panama, you have Haiti, you have Jamaica, you have the United States, Costa Rica and Mexico. 6 CONCACAF teams that will be participating in that Copa America tournament, and it'll be interesting to see if they put all their eggs in one basket or if they're going to prioritize and experiment a little, test out new faces, bring in new blood to see how they can gel into the World Cup qualifiers. Of course, the World Cup qualifiers is more of a priority, but the Copa America Centenary is also an opportunity for local players to gain contracts overseas, so we'll have to see how that progresses as well. And let's not forget the Caribbean Cup qualifiers will take place later this year as well. So a lot of action to come, especially for the Reggae Boys. Stay tuned for more content, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.